All right, and we're back with a new video. So this time I thought it would be interesting to talk about one of my new favorite routines when it comes to art, and that's painting small. So painting small is something that, to be honest with you, I don't really hear a lot of people talking about this. Of course, there are people who actually mention this quite a bit, but you will not see this as much as people who talk about things like, the usual values, shapes, edges, composition, and all that good stuff. Like, of course, all of these things are super important. In fact, there's nothing in art that is like not important to understand. But I feel like painting small is really good. Like it's a very healthy thing to do, in my opinion. At least in my own personal experience so far, it's something that has helped me with a lot of things. Recently, I've been feeling kind of down, not too happy with my work, with my art, losing a lot of confidence. Self esteem is just crushed at this point. But I started to paint small somewhere around the end of last year, and I must say it really restored a lot of the fun in doing art and all that stuff for me. It's been really therapeutic, I would say, because of a lot of things. Painting small has a lot of little perks that, in my opinion, should not be overlooked. First of all, you'll see me paint like three different pictures here. There's just like a bunch of little photos that I had ever since like 2020, 2021 is the period where I was like looking for a lot of references and stuff. And like this one is like a little pumpkin. So I like the reason why I like painting small for these kinds of things because these pictures are like somewhat busy. There's all kinds of little different materials and elements and focus and all kinds of things that is going on when it comes to these little pictures here. But painting small allows me to not focus on a lot of things that are like small elements. My brain tends to just hyper fixate on small things all the time. I constantly have something going on in my head. I'm constantly thinking about things, constantly planning for tomorrow, constantly thinking about, all kinds of things that honestly I shouldn't focus on. I should just focus on the now and the little things that I like to do and have fun. Honestly, one of the perks that I like the most about it is that it just allows me to not think so much. I always overthink. And it's not just about art. When it comes to like even some of my other hobbies, like playing video games, I play a lot of fighting games, and a lot of fighting games is a lot of like mind games. And unfortunately, a lot of mind games is not always good because if you think too much for too long and your opponent is just mashing buttons, sometimes you just lose and it feels terrible. Sometimes you just have to do things. And, you know, it's the kind of exercise that I like because it takes me out of this mindset of just overthinking all the time. So it's really fun for that. Another perk of painting small is the ability to fail fast. Failing is part of the journey. It's always something that happens. It's not fun when you work on something for hours, days, weeks. You commit so hard, and especially when it's a commission and something like that. And sometimes you don't really feel the commission. You're like, man, I'm kind of struggling with this thing, and you always, you struggle. You try to like bring it back. You try to like fix it. It's kind of annoying to go through that process, and then when you finish the commission, you feel kind of bad, or you finish like the little projects that you work on, if you feel kind of bad, it feels terrible. So that's one of the advantages of painting small is that you do like a low commitment piece and you're able to identify a lot of the things that you struggle with. For example, this little piece that I'm doing right now, something that I caught myself struggling with, and something that I already know, by the way, is the fact that I really hate green. Green color is like my nemesis. I cannot stand it. Every time I see green, my brain just shuts down. I cannot work properly on things anymore. So I finished this little painting, but I was not happy with it. And to me, it's a sign of things that I need to work on a little bit more, right? I need to fix my issue with the green color. I need to do better when it comes to also things like values, because I'm looking at the picture here and then you look at the reference, it looks very desaturated. Even for the pumpkin up there, it looks very desaturated. So and these all these they took like 15 to 20 minutes. It was pretty fast, to do. It didn't take too long, and because of that, it's easier for me to just identify those things, fix them later, work on them on another day, and it gives me little goals I can work towards for the next few days as well. Like right now, I'm noticing all these issues I have when it comes to like values and maybe edges as well. So I will work on that instead of distracting myself with other things that I'm not even ready to tackle, like composition, for example. I shouldn't think about composition too much because there are other really basic things that I need to do better. So, painting small is a great way to just work on these things and identify what you need to work on faster. But overall, I have to admit, this is by far my favorite routine at the moment. Every day that I wake up, I just take my tablet and then I just start to. I pick one picture in my huge folder of like maybe hundreds of pictures. That I just pick one of them and I just start to paint it small. It's like really fun, you know. It's great. It's a great little routine that I really want more people to do. Personally, I'm not a teacher, right? But personally, I feel like instead of just teaching people how to do all these really difficult things, I feel like I wish more people gave the advice of just painting small. I never hear this ever, or very rarely at least. So I feel like it's just a fun thing, even for people who are beginners. It's like it's fun. It's just fun to just do smaller painting, and it looks good. In my opinion, I think these look pretty great, and they're not even perfect. They don't have to be perfect. It's small. There's a lot of like small sticks that are also attached to it, which makes the work lighter. It makes it feel less stressful. It's just you don't have to worry too much about how good it looks. You have to worry about like your ability to just do it, and that's the most fun thing. It's just to do things. So it's like the easiest casual way to learn, in my opinion. At least for me, it really works well, and I think more people should try it out. But yeah, I'm not really here to give advice. It's just me documenting my own feelings about like this practice and some of the things that I'm starting to do. So maybe next time for next week we're gonna try to do some exercises when it comes to values, because obviously something that I'm noticing looking at my work here is that there's a lot of like desaturated colors. Like I'm painting this girl, she has like a very bright yellow like shirt and she has like a very blue jean, but I'm not painting them like the way they should be. I'm hesitant when it comes to some of the colors. I'm hesitant when it comes to the saturation and even like the values. Like all of that is not perfect yet, or it's not like good enough yet. So it gives me a goal for next week to make some exercises when it comes to values. I'm going to dig around for some easier ways to learn how to do values, because there certainly are some like easy, fun, casual ways to tackle these issues, because I don't like the very, I'd say, scholarized. I don't know if that's a word, but I don't like the very like scholarized jargon that people have when it comes to like teaching art sometimes, because it just makes it feel not fun. Right? When I was in school, I remember I didn't like all of that talk because it usually makes things less fun for me. At least that's how I feel about things. Maybe it's because also I was a very lazy student. But yeah, to me, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to, talk about this little exercise and the little perks that it has. So let me know how you feel about painting small. Do you paint small? What kind of little exercises do you do when it comes to art that really helped you on your journey too? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.